Hello everybody, welcome back to a new episode of How to Redstone. In this series I will teach you a beginner to Minecraft, the basics of Redstone, and we will cover each and every component in depth. Today you are watching episode number 2 of How to Redstone, and I'm going to teach you everything about the redstone repeater. So let's begin with the crafting recipe of the redstone repeater. Here in front of us you can see the crafting grid of the crafting table and what items you will need to craft a repeater. For one repeater you will need 3 smooth stone, 2 redstone torches and 1 redstone dust. And for those who don't know how to craft a redstone torch, here is the recipe for that. So when we go into the crafting table you will place down 3 smooth stone in the bottom, 2 redstone torches on either side of the middle part, and 1 redstone dust in the middle, and you will get yourself 1 redstone repeater. So what is a redstone repeater? A redstone repeater is a redstone component which you can use to time redstone machines with, extend a redstone input with, and log signals out with. But before I am going to show you each and every function of this block, I will teach you how to use it. When you look at a redstone repeater from the top, you can see a triangle form on the top of the block. This will let you know what side of the block is the input side and what side is the output side. The bottom of the triangle is the input side, and the top of the triangle is the output side. If there is an input on any other side of the block, the repeater will not work, like so. The only time the repeater will be activated is by activating an input on the bottom of the block. So how do you extend a redstone input? On the left here we have a redstone line which is powered by a button, and when I press this button you can see that the redstone line does not turn on all the redstone lamps, because the signal has died down after the 15th block of redstone dust. The stone block over here indicates that the redstone dust above it has a power level of 1 when activated, which means that the following block, this one over here, has a power level of 0 when the redstone input is activated, because the signal doesn't reach here. On the right here I have added in a redstone repeater on the 15th block of the redstone line, also indicated with a stone block, and the repeater extends this redstone input with yet another 15 blocks before it dies down, like so, and as you can see, all the redstone lamps turn on. Now if you do not understand what I am explaining here, I recommend you watch the first episode of How to Redstone, where I cover the basics of all redstone inputs, including what I am talking about right now. And from this point of view you can clearly see that the repeater extends the power signal of the redstone dust with yet another 15 blocks. A redstone repeater also has got the ability to extend the signal of a power block, which redstone dust cannot do, like so. So you might be confused at this point in time because I haven't explained yet what a power block is. So a power block is basically any full block which is being powered by a redstone source. And a full block can be any block except for something like stairs, slabs, or glass, as these are considered to be transparent blocks, and transparent blocks cannot conduct redstone power. So a full block which is being powered by a redstone source, a power block for short, can activate redstone component adjacent to that block like this. So in this case we've got a button leading into redstone dust, and this redstone dust is connected to this redstone lamp. So we will consider this redstone lamp as the powered block, and this redstone dust over here as the redstone input. So when this redstone dust turns on and this redstone lamp turns on, the adjacent blocks, so this redstone lamp over here, here, and we can even add in a redstone lamp over here and underneath there, will all be activated when I activate this button over here. So you now might be wondering, why should I know this? Well, a redstone dust isn't able to pick up a signal through a power block if the signal input comes from a redstone dust also. So as you can see, when I power these redstone lamps here via this redstone dust, you can see that this redstone dust over here doesn't pick up the signal through this power block. If the input signal comes from any of the inputs that we've discussed in the previous episode, or comes from a repeater and there is no redstone dust between the input and the powered block, then other pieces of redstone dust surrounding this powered block can pick up the signal through it as well. So in this case we've got a button, going into a repeater. So this repeater is our active input, and this redstone lamp over here is our power block. And as you can see, when I press this button, the redstone dust surrounding that power block activate as well. And we've also got a button over here, and when I press this button and the power block becomes active, you can also see that the redstone dust surrounding this power block becomes active. A repeater also has got a delay. It has got 4 different delay stages, and the higher the stage is, the longer the delay will be before the redstone signal gets transmitted. This delay allows for very accurate timings for machinery and music in Minecraft via node blocks. And the default delay of a redstone repeater is 1 redstone tick, which is equal to 0.1 second. And stage 1 is 2 redstone ticks, and that is 0.2 seconds. And the last stage is 4 redstone ticks set to 0.4 seconds. So the way you set a delay on a repeater is by right clicking on it, and you can see that this redstone torch gets pushed back behind, and it will cycle through each and every possible stage. The last thing that a redstone repeater can do is lock itself. So basically we've got a redstone repeater which is facing this redstone lamp over here. On the right side we've got another redstone repeater which faces into the middle redstone repeater, and on the left side we've got a redstone dust which also faces into this redstone repeater in the middle. So what a redstone repeater can do is block the signal of another redstone repeater which it is facing into. So in this case, this redstone repeater, which I am now destroying and placing down, this one can block the middle repeater over here. So when I flick this lever, you can see that a black bar has popped up into this middle repeater over here. And when I try and flick this lever to activate that middle repeater, nothing will happen, as you can see. If I do it the other way around and start with the middle repeater, you will see that the redstone lamp turns on. And if I then activate the other repeater on the side here, you can see that the black bar appears again. And if I flick the lever in the middle here, you will see that the redstone repeater stays on, even though the lever has been turned off. This is very handy for different redstone contraptions, and it will allow for multiple inputs, and some can block each other out. And this does not work with redstone dust, so when I flick this lever you can see that no black bar appears on this middle redstone repeater. It only works with a repeater facing into another repeater. And what can you do with all the knowledge that you've gotten from the first and second episode of How to Redstone? Well, you'll be able to build something very cool like this. So in case you're wondering how this works, we've got a button as the input, and that goes into this node block music machine. And this node block music machine has been made by Grandayy, and I'll put a link down in the description for you to check out. And here you can see that we've got repeaters powering all these node blocks, and these node blocks of course act as our powered block. And with different timings set on each repeater and with different notes set on these node blocks, we can create this awesome song, which is of course We Are Number One. Then this redstone signal goes all the way back, and here you can see a repeater extending the signal from this redstone line, as it otherwise wouldn't have made it all the way to this redstone torch over here. And here we've got a redstone torch. And whenever this blocks get powered, this redstone torch will turn off, making sure that this redstone torch right here turns on, and that will make sure that this door opens up, because this door will get a redstone signal telling it to open up. And as you can see, when everything is in action, it goes quite fast, and we can see that the redstone torch turned off. This one turns on for a slight second until the power of the button has stopped and the redstone signal gets depleted along the line, and everything will be reset. So that's about it for this episode of How to Redstone, everyone. I hope you've learned something useful out of this video, and if you feel a bit overflown by the amount of information I have given in this episode, then feel free to rewatch it as many times as you need, as you will learn this mechanic over a longer period of time, of course. In the meantime, I would like to ask you to like this video if this helped you out, subscribe to stay tuned for the future episodes of How to Redstone, and share with family and friends who are afraid to learn Redstone because it seems too difficult. But when it's being broken down into smaller pieces, it becomes much more logical and interesting, and it will seem less hard to learn. Anyway, take care and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye!